Hey guys, so welcome to my next Herblore Habitat guide. This guide's going to concentrating on like the potion making from Herblore Habitat, the Juju potions that you can get. I'm going to explain like the uses of them and how to get them mainly. Now, getting the potions involves pretty much most of Herblore Habitat, so I will be explaining quite a lot in this guide. So if you do need to know anything that's possibly not even related to potion making, it might be in this guide, so it's probably worth a watch anyway. Now, potions, a lot of them aren't useful, but some of them are as well, and some of them are very useful indeed. Now, obviously, there's a lot of explaining to do, so I'm going to explain a bit about hunting, the jadinkos themselves, the trap setting up the traps even, and doing the tracking. And I'll also explain a bit about the planting and harvesting the herbs, but I'm going to list all the requirements first. So, oh my god, why does someone always ping me on IRC every single time I make a video? Every time I forget to turn it off even. Like, it's probably because I'm AFK so long recording, it's like, oh my god, Fairytales, answer! Anyway, herb seeds. Right, so the range from level 58 to 80, and the Samadin seed is very useful, I have to say, and it's probably a worthwhile requirement to get. Now, 80 farming might seem taunting and high, but intimidating even, but it's worth getting. If you follow my tree guide and even follow my herb running guide, then you can get some decent XP, and 80 shouldn't take you too long. Like, you may think farming's expensive, however, you can do it a cheap way. You can buy some cheap seeds like pineapples and curries. Now, while 80 might take even 2 months, like 2 months of doing 5-minute to 10-minute runs a day, it's barely any time. It's like 10 minutes a day is barely anything. Anyone can cope with that, so it's an easy skill to train farming, so it's not hard to get 80 at all. Now, so they're the seed herbs there, and you can refer back to this point in the video if you wish. And we've got listed all the jadinkos and what vines they drop, because you need to know which jadinko drops which vine, because it's a secondary ingredient for most of the herbs and most of the potions. So I've got them listed with the hunter level required in the middle. And again, I recommend having the highest hunter level, however you can train here on the lower jadinkos to get the higher level, and I recommend getting a good stack of all of these vines. So obviously we've got the withered vine, shadow vine, the marble vine, and then the only one that's not a vine is the plant teeth from the cannibal jadinko. And then we've got the rest here. Now, another thing to mention is the god jadinkos, which I haven't listed, but they just drop the simple, like the sourdough ones drops the Saradomin vine, Zami the Zamorak vine, and Guffix the Guffix vine. Common sense. For some reason I didn't type vine after disease in the carrion one, so it's just corrupt vine and pungent vine. For some reason I didn't add them. But you can see all the requirements, so you can refer back to these when you need to. And now I'm going to go on to the list of the potions. So there's 10 types of potions. Some of them are mainly for use inside Juju and inside Herblore Habitat, and some for outside. Now the Hunter potion, which is Urzel and Corrupt. So if I simply go back to Urzel, you can see it's the lowest one, and then the Corrupt Vine is from the Disease, which is 78 Hunter, and this makes the Hunter potion. Now the Hunter potion is very useful indeed. This is the one that you put. If you see, if I put the mouse on the screen, you can see this little vine here. Now, this is where you'd use your Hunter Potion on, and using your Hunter Potion there will attract special jadinkos which require the Hunter Potion. Now, I'm going to put a link on the screen to my last Herblore Habitat guide, where I list all the jadinko requirements for each one, like what you need to do, and that'll tell you which ones you need a Hunter Potion to be used for. So, as you can see, I've got them listed all on the screen. You can refer to this if you need to. And so now I'm going to go through basically like what each one does. Now, the Scentless Potion is a pretty low requirement one as well. However, what it does is basically it treats your traps as smoked. Now, if you didn't know, when you're training hunter, you can smoke your traps, which makes them like less likely to fail, because it like removes the human scent type thing, so that the creature doesn't know you've been there and thinks it's just a plant and not like a trap. However, getting this potion isn't efficient to train hunter, as I'll explain in a later Draconic Jadinko hunting guide, or you can watch Rune Shocks, which they released a few days ago, and this will basically. It will increase your hunter XP per hour, however, getting them is just not worth it. The farming one is very, very useful. Now, I'll put another link on screen for this, for my Juju, my herb run guide, because getting the farming Juju is very important. This will increase the amount of profit you can make from herb running, and this is a very important potion to get, which uses Yugun and Marble. Now, if I go back to the requirements for this, if I go to Marble, it's only 74 hunter, and Yugun is only 70 farming. So it's not too difficult to get. And also you can use that Juju farming potion even here for the herbs that you plant here. Back to the herbs and the potion. Now the cooking potion is very unuseful. This is one that you can use outside Herblore Habitat. Basically this enables you to make Juju gumbos, Now this is high healing food. I think it's got a special effect in PvP. However, I'm not 100% sure what it is. But it's really just not something you really want to get. It's just a waste of time. It takes a long time to make the Juju gumbos as well. And unless you're Simon, you won't want to make them. Because I actually know Simon did make some. Don't ask me why, because really it's a waste of time. Don't bother with it unless you do like PvP. And you can just ruin Wiki because it has a lot of decent information on each of the potions. Now, the fishing potion is 70. Now, this potion just is another useless one. You can use this again outside the Herblore Habitat, and what it does is gives you a 1 in 3 chance of every shark you catch is a Baron shark instead. Which I think it does the same thing the wildy worm sharks did. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like protect an item in PvP. Is that what these Baron sharks do? I'm not 100% sure, but again, it's very useless. No one fishes sharks, so that's why I really didn't get too much information on it, because they're just useless. It's a waste of time getting them, and I know again, Simon did these. I don't know why he's wasted his time doing these. It's the same reason he probably did 20k super rares. It's a complete waste of time, because it's nice to have them, but yeah. So they're pretty useless. Now, I tried to type woodcutting, but as you can imagine, it's too long. I wanted to fit it on, so I wrote wood chop, yeah! It's like match up the Pokemon. So that's 71 Herblore, and that's Salmon and Oily. As you can see, all these potions on this screen are Salmon and Herbs. So all these are pretty much different, apart from the Shengo ones at the bottom. But the Salmon ones are very useful. And as you can see, the wood chop and mining Juju potions do that exact same thing. There's a 1 in 10 chance of every log or ore you mine, a stone or wood spirit will appear. And this will basically bank every ore or log for 30 seconds. And if you think that's every 10 logs that ores you mine, that is very good. Now, I've also got a Living Rock Caverns guide which uses these mining Juju potions. So if you'd like to refer to that if you want to mine with these. And the woodcutting ones, I guess, while it would be useful if you're chopping logs like magics or yews or willows or any logs for a lower woodcutting level, then they'd be useful. However, I know most of the high level woodcutters will just cut ivy or do another high level method which you don't really want to bank the logs with. However, there is some where you might want to use them, so if you do want to train woodcutting on a tree, then fair enough. And then the other 3 potions. Now, there's the Saradomin Blessing, the Guffik's Gift, and the Zamorak Favour. Now, these have all the same requirements, however, they use the corresponding God Vine. Now, I should be doing another guide on getting the God jadinkos because it's a bit different, because you've got to try all the possible combinations. Now, the useful one out of these is the Zamorak Favour. Now, I'll explain what they do. They give boosts to your XP that you'd get in Herblore Habitat, and basically this is 10%. And the Zamorak Favour is the one you want because that gives the Hunter boost, while the others give Herblore and Farming. So obviously the Farming only works in Herblore Habitat, so it'll only give you the boost to the herb spots in here, and possibly the other spots as well. And the Herblore one will work anywhere, but only if you're making Juju potions. Now, for the life of me, I always get mixed up between Saradomin and Guffik's. So I'm going to pause this video while I just quickly... Right, so I just checked, and the Saradomin Blessing is a boost to your farming XP, and the Guffik's is the Herblore. Sorry for getting that mixed up. I should have guessed it, because Guffik's is like like druids and herblores and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what the potions do. Now, I know I didn't know a lot of the information on some of them, but that's because they're useless, and I already know they're useless. So I'd really recommend just not getting them. So now I'm going to explain more about getting the potions themselves. Now, I know this is going to be quite a long video, so you can probably try and skip to the parts you wish to need if you do need certain parts, or you can just watch it all straight through. So first of all, I think I'm going to talk about how to trap with the mirrors and more plants, and then tracking. Right guys, so for hunting, basically, oh my god, I'm misclicking here. Basically what you need is to wear all the Witch Doctor gear you have. Now, I actually don't have full because I only started doing this after I was max, and I've never seen the need to get full. I just can't be bothered to do it again. But when I make a guide of how to get the Witch Doctor gear, I will get that last piece. But yeah, you get this by hunting all 10 jadinkos within 1 week, and the mask you get by catching all 3 god jadinkos. Right, so basically, as I showed you in the last video, which I've already linked on screen earlier in this, you will have unlocked all of these if you've followed the last guide, if you've clicked if you've listed oh my god, I'm going stupid. So if you go through the requirements that I've listed for each jadinko, you will unlock these. Now, the first time you come here, these will all be locked, but once they're unlocked, you can click them and it'll tell you what you need to attract them. Now, for using these Mirazamor plants, it's most of them are just Mirazamor plants, and these work like box traps. I think it's the camouflaged, the shadow, and the where is it? The cannibal jadinko are the ones you have to track, and the rest are using these. Now, once you set up the requirements, so draconic jadinkos. Now, this one says it uses a Juju hunter potion, but obviously I haven't got a Juju hunter potion because I've only just started here, which is a lie. I'm just doing it for the guide purposes. However, everyone should be able to get these, and this is because you grow any of the vine flowers which you buy from the guy. So basically what you do, just pretend I haven't got this because I won't have planted this. This is where the vine flowers go. So this will not be planted. I'm going to drop that. But as you can see, there's a bush patch there and a trees patch here. Now the only trees that you can use as a requirement is the orange sapling, the apple, and the banana. You can plant any tree there, even a fruit tree for your regular farm runs. However, these are the three that you need to attract jadinkos with. And then there's two herb patches, one here and one over there, which, yeah, you can see just there. However, these are never used to attract jadinkos, just to get the herbs that you get the seeds from the jadinkos. Now, all of these seeds I will have got from jadinkos. However, the red blossom seed, the green blossom seed, and the blue blossom seed are all just bought from the Papamambo. So to attract common jadinkos, which are there, which are somehow still there even though I've removed it, you actually just plant one of these. So you should have everything in your tool belt already. I think I added everything automatically. Now obviously this can die, and if it dies this will cause your jadinkos to go away. Now this can be a problem, but just replant it simply, and you should, by then you should have many seeds anyway, but you can start catching as soon as you've planted the seed. So what you want to do is just run, like, now another thing, yeah, the jadinko can spawn in many of these areas. However, the majority of the ones you box trap will spawn up here. So as you can see, the commons are around here. Now, it depends on the jadinko where around this area is the best. Like for draconics, it's actually around here, as I'll show you later on again. However, you just basically want to aim for where there's lots of common jadinkos, where it seems like they're like spawning. Now, I tend to think around here is generally the best place. So, but the pattern you always want to follow is the cross shape. Now, as you can see, I'm clicking just as I'm about to build a trap. This is so I don't waste a tick. Now, if you watch, if I build this trap and wait, you walk to the left, and that wastes a lot of time. However, if you don't, if you click as exactly when you're creating the trap, so as you can watch, you will miss that, and you can go straight up back on, and this will save you a lot of time. So, as you can see, I walked under the trap as well, and this is why I have 6. I'll wait until I catch another one. This one's going to go straight in. Oh, it's wilted. So, but as you can see, I click it, and then spam click the one in my invent, and it sets up so much faster than if I use the same one. So watch. It takes, oh, I got a seed, so that kind of defeats the point. But as you can see, yeah, when that screen pops up, it means you got a seed. Now, this seed screen will actually get very annoying. I mean, when you're trying to hunt, sometimes it'll just interrupt you, and it's ridiculously annoying. So if you watch now, if I use the same trap, it takes a bit longer to start setting up the next trap. So that's another thing that'll slow down your XP gains. So if you want to be trapping faster, so you want to do what I've just pretty much said. So as you can see, I'm getting the withered vines, as I said already in the guide, what you'll get of common jadinkos. So these vines are used for the potion that is also listed after, and these common jadinkos are one of the best for the seeds. Now the seed drop ratios are all in Rune Wikipedia. Now these have very good data. They've collected a lot of data on these with people submitting it, and I don't know why I'm putting that trap there, by the way. It should be here. It's just the standard 5 it's just the standard 5 cross, like, you know, on a die or a dice, when you have the number 5, it's always this shape. So that's the shape you want to be putting them in, because it's generally the best. This will pretty much be for most box traps. However, obviously, as I've already said, depending what jadinko it is, depending on what place around here, I generally find this place is decent for common jadinkos. However, it doesn't really make too much difference at this moment in time, because really you're not catching common jadinkos for XP, you're just catching them to get seeds. Now, as you can see, I got a banana tree seed as well. Basically, the only seeds you can get are the ones that you can use in Herblore Habitat. So I think that explains everything you need to know about box trapping. And common jadinkos are a good one to camp if you want the seeds. However, also you can do the fire making, the Juju fire making, which I explained a bit in the last guide. So if you want to watch that, then it's also got some very useful information in it, and I'd really recommend watching that before watching this. So that explains box trapping. So obviously, as I explained before, many of the jadinkos are box trapping, and you'll do that exact same technique in the corresponding area. So now I want to show you the tracking. This is the other type of hunting that you can do here. So let's select the. Oh, that one needs a hunter potion. Diseased. See, it actually says here. I didn't even notice this. These jadinkos are caught by tracking. So it says grow a banana tree and build a boneyard. So they're the 2 requirements I've got to do for this one. So as I explained in the last video, like listed all the requirements. So grow a banana tree. So first I want to pick the coconuts off here so I can get rid of this palm tree that I've got here from training farming. I just quickly get rid of this, and then chop it down. No. Wait for the chop down, clear the stump. Stupid requirement for the click. That got added with the tool belt, which is very annoying. So now I want to put banana. It was banana, wasn't it? So put the banana down. There we go. Now I'm just going to note these coconuts so I can get rid of them because they're wasting invent space. And then the other requirement is build a boneyard. Now, as you can see, there's got construction requirements for this. However, all of these you can just pay the guy, Papa Mambo, to do them for you. Boneyard's the lowest one, so just build the feature. It's free if you've got the level. So now it says you've attracted diseased jadinkos to the area. This basically means that, like, this message comes up if you can't see them. So hence the tracking ones are all inside the bushes and things. This means that you can't see them, so you can't tell when you've attracted them, which is a big problem. And also, I think it tells you when you've got the god jadinkos because they're all the way over there. Now, the tracking path is always the same. Now, I haven't done this in a while, so let me just quickly find out this path and I can explain exactly how to do it for you. Right guys, so I just quickly figured it out because I just needed reminding. So, you've got the inspect burrow. Now, there's 2 burrows, however I tend to use this one because this is, I'm not sure if it's faster, it's just I prefer it. So you first want to inspect the burrow. Now, in normal tracking, the path actually changes. However, in the Herblore Habitat, it stays exactly the same. So you kind of follow the little paw prints, and then it can be any of you just inspect the things around. However, I know it's this one. Oh, I'm being stupid. It's this one. So, sorry for that mistake, that's just me being dumb. So then it goes to the hole. Now, there's only one other hole, so it comes out this one. And there's another one up there, but I know it's this one. I thought there was only one. So it comes out here, and you'll follow the footprints again. And then it's this plant up here. Now this one is easy to get wrong because there's many plants around. This one's quite far away, and then it'll go in the bush. Now you don't want to search it, you want to click attack, and then as long as you've got the noose wand in your tool belt, which you should have, attack it and you'll catch it. Now you can obviously fail, and as you can see I'm getting corrupt vines. The corrupt vines are very useful. I think they're the ones that make the hunter potions, I think so. And so I'm going to do another one to show you again. It's pretty simple, and this is probably the thing I hate most about Herblore Habitat. Doing the tracking is very tedious and gets very annoying. So it's very easy to do this. Anyone can do it. And the Witch Doctor really does increase your chance of not failing here. If you don't use Witch Doctor, with the first time you catch these, you will fail quite a lot, and it can get very annoying when, because you have to. It's not like it's just one trap out of 5 every so often just gets withered. It's you can do a full run of this and just get 3 in a row after failing, and it's so annoying. These vines do take quite a while to collect. I'm going to keep doing more runs while I talk about it. But obviously there's only 3 jadinkos which you need to do this. However, you do need a lot of corrupt vines if you're going to be doing the draconic jadinkos. So I hope this explains tracking to you, because that's really all you need to know. And obviously you'll get all the seeds. As you can see, I've got many seeds in my inventory, and you'll get all these from the jadinkos. Very simply, just sit and hunt the common jadinkos for a while, or do fire making, and you'll get many of these seeds, and I really recommend getting many, and so that you have a decent stock of them all. And also I recommend getting a decent stock of all the vines, which you'd get on the way to the Witch Doctor anyway. So I'm not actually failing. These are pretty decent XP, 580 per, but if you compare that to draconic jadinkos, are pretty much the same XP, and you catch them in box traps. It's insanely quick. That's why it's the best hunter XP in the game. So I hope that's explained tracking. So that's all I really need to say about the hunting side of things. Now obviously we've got the farming side of things. Now you need the herbs to obviously make the potions. Now you've collected the vines because I've already explained how to hunt. So that's pretty much what you'll do. So you've got the bush here and the boneyard and the construction patch there. Now it's pretty obvious how to do a bush. You just use the seed. You've got the calfaberry, the lurgberry, and have I got any of the other one? It's only calfaberry and lurgberry. What am I going on about? And obviously they're the other ones that can attract jadinkos. So you just clear it and with this option here, and then plant another one in your set. So that's not much to explain there. Now the herbs are grown in this vine patch here and one over here. Now as you can see, I've actually got a Juju farming potion already, and I've already explained which potions you need to, and which herbs and stuff you need to make them, but I've got them for a special reason. So the first thing you'll want to do is plant whichever ones you want. So I'm actually going to plant, I've got plenty of Yugoons. I'm going to plant a Samadin, because Samadin is one of the most useful, and they're also one of the rarest herbs. However, you can get them pretty easily if you do quite a lot of hunting. So then the other patch is over here. Now, the thing I want to mention, especially when you're harvesting the herbs, is the start over the other side of this vine, because of the fact you can fail climbing over this vine. So easy to climb up, but this one here, where you cross the vine, you can fail and fall into the water, and you always fall at the wrongs. You see, oh, I fell, and I'll swim back to the side I started on, because my character's a retard and can't see that it's exactly the same distance to this side where I want to be. But no, gotta keep on going. So as you can see, you do fail this. I'm 99 agility. I'm maxed, and I still fail this. It's ridiculous. It's very annoying. Sometimes you'll fail many times in a row. It gets very tedious. It's kind of like that place to the lighthouse. That can get annoying. And you'll get the other patch over here. Now in this one I'm going to plant an Urzel, because this is the one that makes 100 Juju potions. So that's another one that's useful to have. Now these take, the regular herb tend to grow of about 70 minutes. So I'm going to actually wait for these to grow, and I'm going to show you how to harvest them efficiently. Now there is one other item which you should have if you're going to harvest them, and that is the magic secateurs, which I have explained in my farming guide. Give you a 10% herb boost, harvest boost, and also I'm going to use the Juju farming potion, which I'm just going to show you its exact use. Now I know you won't have this yet the first time you're doing the herbs, however soon enough you will have this, and it's really recommended to use here, because the seeds aren't buyable in the G. You have to earn them all yourself, so you want to get the most out of these seeds as you possibly can. And then I'm going to go into potion making straight after that, and how to do the potions efficiently and get the most out of your herbs in seconds. So another thing I want to quickly mention before I show you harvesting the herbs is the fact that your herbs can die. As I've mentioned already, all your plants there can die. However, in this place is the only place you can actually protect your herbs. However, everything you protect them with is caught from jadinkos. Now, it does cost quite a bit, and it's so much effort wasted to get them that to me, it's not worth getting them. I don't think many people do protect them, and it's really just take the chance. As long as you use super compost, which I haven't there, and I should have. But you can also obviously use the lunar spellbook, fertile soil, afterwards. Even after you've planted a herb, if you didn't know this, the fertile soil spell on the lunar spellbook you can use, and that will make sure that it's super compost on your patch even after you've forgotten it. So this will obviously reduce the chances of dying and also increase yield. So it's a very useful thing to use, but it's common sense to use this, however I forgot. But another thing I want to mention is the fact you can cure your plants after they die. So plant cure here, you can just buy as many as you want, and many as you need. So if you are watching your herb patches, which not many people do, and you just risk the chance of them dying, you just buy this plant cure here and use it on it. Now there's the remote spell from Livid Farm, the remote farm spell from Livid Farm that you can use, and it'll list all the herb patches in game and tell you their status currently, and like tell you if they're fully grown, diseased, dead, need raking, whatever, all that information, and it's very useful if you've got that. However, that's quite a high level spell to get, I think, and so I wouldn't really recommend getting it just for this. However, so this plant cure is very useful if you are watching your patches. Now, since I forgot to use super compost, I'm not going to be surprised if my patches die. So when I do harvest them, if they're dead, then that's my bad. So yeah, do remember to use super compost when you do it. Like, don't be an idiot like me. Now mine are both still alive, so as I just said, I'll show you again when they're ready to harvest. Right, so I've just spotted one of my herbs has become diseased, and because I've been watching them on purpose, just in case I can show you this. So if I'd super composted, they would have probably not been diseased. However, also I've just ran to the shop, bought a plant cure, because as you can see, this one is diseased over here. So I've got to be quick, because this will die very soon. So climbing over the herb, climbing over the vine as usual. Hopefully I do not fail, otherwise that would not be very good. Oh, and I've done it. Yes. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Don't want my herbs to die. Gotta save my Urzels. So I just want to use the plant cure on it, pour it on, ta-da, and it's healthy again. So that's all you want. If you are watching them and you're like, basically, if you are hunting around here, which I'd recommend planting your herbs while you're hunting, you're going to be around in the area anyway, so you can keep an eye on your herbs. So having plant queue on hand in your inventory is a very useful thing to do, just in case, because even if you use super compost, they can still die. So yeah, they're nearly grown now, so I'll be recording that very shortly. Right guys, so both my herb patches have grown now, as you can see. Now obviously I didn't use super compost, and it just took quite a while to keep on using plant queue because I kept getting diseased that one over there, stupid patch. So that just sums up how important it is to remember super compost. And you can just buy it in the G for a couple of, like, about a K each per super compost, but it's easily worth it. So once you get ready to do it, if you've got a Juju farming, then you want to have it now. But obviously if it's your first time doing herbs, you probably won't. But this is something you want to get as soon as you can, so planting the herbs for this is an idea of what to do straight away. Now you want to have invent space for both patches, so really what you want to do is bank your seeds. Now obviously you want to keep enough so that you can plant straight away, so I'm going to keep 2, like the 2 that I like. So I'm going to keep a Samden and an Urzel and bank all the others. So there's a bank deposit box straight down here, so just want to bank them all. Okay, this takes ages. Right, so there we go. I've just got the 2 that I'm ready to plant. So now I'm set. Because you want to make sure you have invent space, otherwise you're going to be picking the herbs, running to that back to bank, and then picking up more herbs. You don't want to waste time because this potion only lasts 5 minutes. Now, you want to start over here because of the fact that if you do fail running over there and keep on failing, you could waste your time on your 5 minutes. You don't want that to happen. So as you can see, I've got my magic secateurs too, so I'm all set to get as many herbs as I can. Now, obviously there's a green fingers aura which will help you get more, but I haven't got that aura, and I'm sure not that many people do have. So what you want to do is obviously have super compost for your next herbs, but I haven't got any on me, so I can't be able to get them. Oh, sorry, Skype popped up there. So you want to just have super compost straight away in your invent, ready to use. So the first, no, I don't want to pick them. What am I doing? You want to drink your Juju farming potion, and then pick the vine herbs. Just wait for them. It's not that good XP, to be fair. Compared to some regular herbs, this is bad XP, and I only got 4. Are you kidding me? That's because I didn't use super compost. It sums up the need. So I'm going to plant Urzel, just pretend I'm super composting too. And then you want to have your Witch Doctor mask here, or Juju Spirit Teddy bag, and Teddy straight back because you might fail the vines from going back. So it's quicker to just Teddy, run straight south, and you're there at the other patch. Now here you can obviously do the other herbs and replant there too. So I'll show you doing that. Hopefully the Juju farming potion comes into use here, and you'll see me get 2 at once. So if you watch me harvesting, come on, give me 2 at once. Come on, Jagex, don't be douchebags. I want to show it. Come on. Are you serious? Didn't get the effect. Well, the effect is that every so often it'll just give me 2 herbs instead of 1, which is a 1 in 3 chance. So you should get 33% extra herbs is how much it'll give you. So now obviously I forgot to use super compost. It had a major effect really, but that's how basically all you have to do, and that's it really. So now I'm going to show you how to make some potions. But first off, just before you do go to make some potions, you have to go to this shop here. Now you can buy them from the GE, but I'll show you where to get them from yourself. And this guy here, you trade him. He'll sell the vials that you need to use. Juju vials of water. Now they're also selling packs here, so these are probably the ones you want to buy because they'll be stacked in your invent. So obviously you can just buy it, and they have 50 vials in each. So if you buy 10, you'll have 500 and so on. You can get vials easy. I think they're only 1 GP on the GE anyway, so it's nice and easy to get. So you just want to tally to a bank and get ready to make your potions. Have your seconds ready. So I'm going to unpause when I get ready at the bank. Right, so I'm at the bank now. Now, as you can see, I haven't got many herbs because I haven't been collecting them really. However, as general, it's just the same exact way as you'd trade in Herblore normally. So let's say I want to make a let's see, what have I got? What can I make with these? Draconics, have I got any Yugoon herbs? Yes, I've got 11. Draconics make mining, so I'm going to get them. However, you can obviously you can do 14 in an event, but I've only got 11, so I'm just going to grab a few Samadin. No, it's Samadin you use for these. I'm just going to do a mix, because obviously I haven't got enough herbs. So you just do the 14 as regular. Now, a few things to mention that are helpful are the DG scrolls. Now, there's the DG, I think it's a Scroll of Life, will help you save a few seeds, which is majorly helpful considering it takes time and effort to get these seeds. And then there's the, I can't remember what it's called, possibly Cleansing. and what this does is make you save a few supplies when doing Herblore. So you just use the herbs on the vials as just as any other time you will. So possibly if you see, I saved a herb there, so it doesn't just save your secondaries, it saves your herbs as well. So that's very useful because it can give you an extra herb, and that's a very helpful thing to have. So you could say I saved 2, because for some reason it doesn't keep on doing it. It's very annoying. Just going to get a few more vials out and use the stamina too. There we go. Right, so now as you can see, I've got all the unfinished potions as you would do with regular Herblore. And now I know you can use Draconics on the Samadins. Now Yugoon, I can't remember. Let's just check my little information picture. Right, so I've actually not got, it's marble vines to make farming potions, but I've literally not got any left. But I just thought I'd come here to check. But another thing to mention about this leprechaun is that you can store some potions on it. So the ones that you can use here, you've got the Zami Blessing, your Guffix Gift and your Sour Dome and Blessing. And your Zami Favour, not Blessing even. And your Farming, your Scentless and your Hunter Potions, which are the ones you mainly use here. And then you've got most of your vines, the vines that make these potions here, straight down here. So as you can see, Marble, Shadow, Corrupt, all the ones that match these literally correspond in the same order. So I haven't got any marble vines here either, but I've got some of the others, which I'm actually going to remove all because I want to put them in my bank rather than have them here. I'm going to leave them though. So I haven't got anything to show you the Yugoons, but I have got some Draconics, and I'm going to use them on the Samadin potions to make some more minings. So as you can see, it's just like any other potion, and it'll make a mining potion free. And this is just like regular Herblore, and you can also decant these to make 4 dose. And so I've got 4 dose and 2 dose here. I'm going to decant that one as well. And I've got a 1 dose there, and I'm probably just going to drop that because I don't want it. But you get the idea. It just works like any other potion making. However, obviously it's a Juju vial, and that's the only difference. And you'll use the seconds I've showed you on the pictures already. Now I know I didn't have the supplies to show you properly, but you get the general idea. So obviously you do this corresponding to what potions you need, whatever you need. Obviously I should get more marble vines, and you can check the jadinkos requirements. Marble vines are from the... it should tell me somewhere. I'm not sure. If I check my picture, that'll tell me on the info screen. So you see what I mean? It's a lot of information and it's hard to remember, and that's why I've given you the info screen so you can check them whenever you need. And once you've unlocked them all, you've got them here anyway. But you do need to check the information quite a lot because you will forget it. And my Vast is updated again. Holy crap! But yeah, you can just check whatever you need all the time. So it's very useful to have all the information ready. So I've given you it all. It's just a general backing, and you can check it whenever you want. So I hope this guide has helped you guys, and thanks for watching. I should have another Herblore Habitat guide out probably sometime next week. So see you later, guys.